If you want to look at it that way, sure.
I want to say it was
I think it was more like they got overconfident and they just like kind of threw the lead they had, and then they had to play really safely so they didn't throw.
Oh, they banned the Magnus. There you go.
So do you know anything about NextGen Vietnam? I didn't even know there was a Vietnamese team, but it's nice to see that there's more representatives coming up again.
I want to say that they competed in the C qualifiers for Boston, but I might be remembering incorrectly. But no, I don't know anything about the team.
Well, I hope they do decently. It's always nice to see new teams arise from different countries.
I mean, this group is tough because in Group A you have Faceless and Warriors, and then you had Sigtrus. NextGen is arguably the weakest team in the group, and they have to finish top 2 to make it out. So,
well, learning experience for them. Great scrimming practice.
You're already counting them out, learning experience?
I'm not counting them out. I'm just saying there's a possibility. And if that possibility is, like you said, them being the underdogs, then, it's still, you get to play in the tournament at least.
Sure. I mean, it would not surprise me if they could take a game off of WG, but it will really surprise me if they could take 2. But we shall see. Draft is on the way, and pretty standard stuff. Juggernaut used to be such a stable core last patch. Do you still kind of feel he's the same this patch, or do you feel like he's just weaker?
I think he's still pretty good. But against Amiibo, not so much.
Yeah.
I think Juggernaut's one of those carries. It's like I think I mentioned it before, where I said he's like one of the type of carries where he's pretty much good in almost all scenarios. This is the one and only where I think he's not the greatest.
Is it the one and only? Sven used to be the counter pick versus him as well.
I think even against a Sven, you can kind of deal with him, because if you buy Diffusal Blade, right, you can just remove the Warcry.
Sure. You kite around him a bit.
But against a Meepo, you buy all the stat items, and all the Meepos just have a ton of armor, and your Omni Touch is going all over the place, and there's no Magnus either. You're just not going to do enough damage.
Now I think we're kind of mostly focusing on his damage output and right click potential, but what about Healing Ward? We haven't really seen a decent Healing Ward centric group up push, at least not in this patch.
I mean, Healing Ward is OP.
Yeah.
But not OP to the point where, it's going to carry you throughout a game. You're going to need the draft for it.
Depends if you have, let's say if you have Lone Druid, right? And, I don't know, an off-lane pushing hero. You plop the Healing Ward 10 minutes in, you just go. Go at the buildings.
I think that's actually pretty viable. I think Lone Druid's actually not bad here either, especially with the way people have been building him. I think Mjolnir on Lone Druid might be decent against Meepo, but I don't think it's gonna. I think you're gonna have a hard time laning against him if you go mid Lone Druid against Meepo mid.
Why is that?
I think Meepo actually outputs enough damage with 2 Meepos. If you rotate anyone in, there's a very high chance you can actually lose your bear.
Okay, that's fair. Well, this is a deathball push, although it's coming from the other side. We got a Chen Meepo combination, and I think the last time I've seen this, Chen bought a Helm of Dominator, the carry in the safe lane bought a Helm of Dominator, and it was just creeps everywhere. Go, 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 go. And we already mentioned that Omni Slash is not going to do much this game because of the Meepo. Now you add a Chen army on top of that. They don't get one-shotted by Omni, right?
I am going to say no.
Yeah, I don't think they do. So Juggernaut's going to have not an amazing time.
I'm really worried about their wave clear or creep clearing right now. NextGen really needs a way to defend, and right now you're just looking at a Nyx with a scepter, and that's way later.
All right, call me crazy. You play support Nyx and you pick up Pit Lord. If you're looking for defense, there's few better, right? In the offlane position. Oh, or you just steal the creeps. I don't know if that's good enough, honestly.
I do not think that is enough, but we will see how they end up running it. Because I think there is still a severe lack of just defending in general.
10 seconds
Okay.
to go.
Well,
you have a Fade Bolt. That's that's all you got.
Okay, so we're assuming that NextGen's gonna start the game off on the back foot, but is there any possibility that this Enchantress is like literally Chuan or Puppy and just runs around the map, creates a ton of pressure on the mid lane? Nyx Assassin
Definitely.
gets a quick 6 and just start picking out people. Like that can happen, right? Like Warrior Gaming.
It can definitely happen, but it is very, very difficult to make it work, I feel.
Okay.
And Warriors Gaming doesn't exactly need to wait that long for them to group up. I think once Chen is going to be kind of hard to deal with, especially with the way the map is now. Enchantress is not going to be able to keep him down for very long or at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then once Chen gets a 6, it's pretty much just go time. And NextGen might not be able to protect like the first couple of tier 1s that the WG try to take.
Again, this is assuming the laning stage is going to be pretty static, which the two junglers could definitely make things a little bit strange and difficult for either team. So we'll have to wait and see. Off lane for WG. I mean, if you're looking at to grow about push, I suggested Pitlord for next gen, but I think Pitlord will be pretty good for WG as well. You could free the Chen from buying the mech if you want, and have him buy something else.
I actually really, really like. Oh, well, WG know exactly what they want.
Yeah, this is
This
one
is a
of
life stealer bomb.
This is one of Ben's best hero as well. I think if you're trying to beat WG, I think you might want to consider like a second phase ban on his axe. It's one of his comfort heroes.
Alchemist.
Ooh, okay. Is this a mid alch or a safe lane alch?
I want to say safe lane just because Meepo. I think Meepo destroys Alchemist.
I mean, Axe is gonna have a good time versus alch regardless too.
Yeah. Well, Axe actually has a kind of a difficult time laning against a tri-lane like Alchemist and Enchantress, or sorry, Rubik Enchantress Alchemist.
Okay. We'll see.
We'll just have to see. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just have to see.
It also depends, like, if Alchemist is going for kind of the traditional farming build with the Acid Greave, or sorry, the Acid Spray, or is he gonna take more points in the stun? I doubt the stun build is gonna be the case, but you know, it's a possibility. Also, how do you feel about Acid Spray against, like, as a defensive tool? It's not like
I don't think
AoE.
it's enough.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
you think
something.
about the items. You think about the items that come out nowadays for pushing lineups. You got Helm of the Dominator, you got a Greaves, potentially a Pike. All of that region pretty much negates your Acid Spray.
Sure.
damage.
And there's gonna be like a Ring of Aquila in there somewhere.
Right.
A mech.
And I don't think the reduction in armor is going to be something you look towards for taking a fight. You know, it's like, oh, they're all standing underneath Acid Spray, let's go fight. I don't think that's like what you look for.
Well, the one thing I am looking for is Enchantress to max out her enchant, because I feel like that's going to be super important in terms of kind of whittling down Chen army. Ooh, looks like Enchantress just got his smoke broken while walking up the hill. I don't know if that's enough information for the Disruptor to get a little bit of information. But, so far I'm seeing pretty standard stuff. The only difference I've seen on Meeple's build is either whether you start with Poor Man's Shield or Iron Talon. It seems like most people prefer Iron Talon unless you desperately need that shield for, I don't know, some strong right-click harass.
Seems like he expects it to be an Alchemist, so I think Iron Talon actually is the right choice.
Okay.
Because it is Alchemist going mid.
30 seconds to go.
Well, Warriors Gaming unable to get the ward down. They did bait out a sentry though. Because the smoke broke and he tried to give the ward to Lifestealer. And Lifestealer got his broke as well, so they couldn't get a ward down.
Well, they are going to get a D-ward though, so that is not so bad. So, kind of these standard lanes you would expect. Is WG having advantage in most of these lanes, or is it actually just pretty even?
Kid in school.
I'd say it's pretty even. A lot of it really comes down to Enchantress and Chen.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna spend most of my attention on them, though. KLG, though, it's actually being kept away from his jungle. I wonder if Afu's gonna block the big camp and then walk away.
He's gonna have to be really tricky with this ward.
You think he's gonna place
if he
the ward?
wants to block it. Nope, he's just body blocking it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's just probably the better move. Bottom lane, Ben's gonna get spinned on into a lift as well. I don't think he'll die here, but a very good amount of harass. Gonna chase him and right click him a couple more times. He does have a salve, but yeah, good harass.
Yeah, so this lane setup just makes it easier on their safe lane, because Alchemist is not going to do anything into an Axe, but a Jug is actually very good against an Axe.
Sure.
So even without the Enchantress, they can actually pressure him pretty heavily. They just have to hope that Meepo doesn't destroy Alchemist in the mid lane.
I think it's mostly gonna just be a farm fest, right? Does one hero have a heavy advantage over the other?
I'm only saying this because of sometimes I've actually seen this matchup, and every time I've seen it, Meepo just crushes Alchemist.
Huh. I don't really see the reason why.
Double net into 2 poofs.
Okay.
It's like 500 damage or something.
I guess then you're always within that range, so. Alright, well. We got a Chen creep tornadoing in the mid lane. That should give Ajit a little bit of annoyance, but seems like he's doing okay so far. Oh, I can see what you mean, man. He just double poofs the whole wave, and there's not much you can do about it. And something we've seen here from WG is that they reserve both of the shrines for the meeples, because throughout the mid game, he's gonna actually basically eat the map's resource.
Yeah, I think this is the same thing we saw last time, right? He just ran everywhere and took like every single shrine.
Yeah, and these shrines are not even like super efficient in terms of usage. Like, if his meeple is half HP, he's like, yeah, we'll shrine up. It's fine.
Alright, mid lane, we got a smoke from X Nova.
Okay.
This looks like a very, very easy one too, because Meepo's level 4.
All right, where's the net? Well, that was a pretty long range net. Centaur Stomp, double poof. Is there a second net? Yeah, there you go. That's the first blood. Goes to X Nova.
But yeah, you can kind of see like 2 poofs. It's 400 magic damage. It's really hard to tank against that.
Sure.
And Alchemist's armor is like really low to begin with. Meepo actually hits pretty hard.
Surprisingly, right? Like the 2 heroes here. Right.
So this is not the start you want. Okay, they got a kill on Axe at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they needed a lot more than this. Because, like I mentioned before, once Warriors Gaming gets their death ball going, unless they completely annihilate them in the laning phase, I don't think they can actually stand and fight against this.
Well, okay. Here comes the army of Enchantress. A nice net by Ajit. It's going to slow both of them down, and that'll be it. I think this is kind of the trade-off. Because you don't have the Juggernaut here, there's just no kill potential on the meeple either, right? If you had a Jug mid, Enchantress roam likely results in the kill.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's kind of what like the main reason why I like Jug is because like you said, you can actually go for a kill, but also, you know, if you get caught out and you're threatened by poof, you can actually just spin to safety.
So maybe this last pick Alchemist is just not what you need. It feels somewhat greedy, and it kind of weakens one or two of their lanes. Here comes a net. They have a secondary net if they want to use it, but never mind.
Kill the creep. Well, so far, you know, Enchantress is trying to pressure this top lane, but I don't know if it's actually enough.
I gotta ask you, an interrupted meepo farm versus an interrupted alchemist farm. Who farms faster?
I'd say it's... If you're talking like just about net worth,
Yeah.
I'd say they should be about even.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna see that. Different Heaven has disappeared into the jungle. Meanwhile, top lane Afu picks up a kill on Enchantress. Although Life Slither is gonna take a little bit of harass, but it should be fine.
And then you're like, if you look at, you know, the contribution both of the junglers are having, Enchantress is trying his best to pressure, but he was only able to slow down mid a tiny bit with the tornadoes here and there, but Chen got the first blood and they took the offlane tier 1. That's, I would say, way more of a way more of a advantage to Warriors Gaming right now.
And I wouldn't say it's because of the hero difference, alright? To me, it's just more of the players in terms of what he could do, and also the lanes that he's ganking into. Like, you're trying to gank a lifestealer, that's just not an easy gank. And Meepo is not exactly the easiest gank either because of the nets that he has.
Alright.
Alright, here comes
Smoking the
KLT.
bottom lane.
I don't know if this is actually happening. He steals the Chen creep. Or sorry, he steals the Enchantress creep. No Centaur Stomp there.
And that's the end of their smoke.
Yep.
So they're just running around again. Not really accomplishing too much, unfortunately.
Yep. All the meanwhile, Ajit is kind of ramping ahead very, very fast. This is a concern. We've seen it a bunch of times now. You let a meeple get free farm, you just lose. I mean, Alchemist technically, quote unquote, is an answer, but I don't think he will just come online that quickly. Like, if he gets Radiance, maybe at 15, maybe they have a shot, but I feel like that's when Meepo has Blink and just could kill Alchemist through the Radiance.
I think throughout the entire game, unless Meepo is just feeding nonstop, I think Meepo just destroys Alchemist.
Yeah.
I don't even think Alchemist is like considered a counter to Meepo by any means. I think Meepo is a counter to Alchemist if anything.
I agree. Especially the way that Alchemist farms in the mid game is a lot of split pushing. And that's what Meepo wants. Like, he is so good against the split pushing cores like Anti-Mage or Alchemist. Alright, Dragon Lances online here. Najit keeps on farming, no on the bottom side. Ben playing very aggressive, and he's going to be surrounded from all sides. He's going to try to maybe look to TP out. Juking in the trees. Okay. Still in the trees. Is he actually porting?
I don't think he's afraid, though. He has a Chen nearby, and Chen has Helm of the Dominator.
Okay.
Like, he has so much help here.
Yeah, this is the build I kind of mentioned earlier. The first time I've seen it, it just kind of blew my mind, because it's like, why don't you just go mech? But it turns out when you have, like, a billion creeps, it's not so bad. Here comes Ben trying to get the call off. Ooh, the net kind of messing things up a little bit. And they didn't get the call, but I mean, they're pressuring or trialing. It's fine.
And this Nyx isn't even 6 yet. They have to get help from the Nyx as well for these pickoffs to happen.
Yeah.
It's just not enough.
Well, whatever that's going to happen for next gen, it's going to have to happen right about now. Okay, Nyx hits 6 by taking a rune, so maybe he could Vendenda looks for a Meepo. Sees one by himself.
Tough kill. He needs help. I don't think you can solo kill this.
Yeah. Alchemist needs to run around, which it seems like he's coming. But I feel like by the time the Alchemist gets here, like he's already gone.
He's pinging it out, but this Meepo is not going to drop low enough
Sentry
for him
range.
to make this.
Spike is going to hit one. Okay, Impale's going to hit as well, but he's going to just TP out. And Ajit cancels his TP. He's like, yeah, I'm going to keep on farming.
And that was their first. Oh, bottom lane. Spin on Ben. Ben is.
Oh, Hand of God here, and that's going to give him the Chewy the
Okay.
dunk. Looking for the dunk, gonna get it. That's a double kill. I like that. I like that TP bait, and the Hand of God coordination was.
The Hand of God.
Yeah,
Very nice.
and that's Blink, dude. 9 minutes in, he finds a double kill for himself. Ajit is uninterrupted, 3 meeples so far. The only saving grace that they have for them is an Alchemist, and he is the highest net worth, and he's only 800k from a relic, so not so bad.
Is it not so bad? I think it's looking pretty bad right now.
I mean,
I don't think a Radiance is gonna save you.
let me put it this way, right? Like, Alchemist is... his game plan is online. Like, his team might be feeding, but at least he is having a good game.
Alright, they smoked up.
Courier. Not sure what that's about.
Oh, very nice. They want to kill the Alchemist, I think.
Yeah, they're
Glimpses
going for
of
him.
that.
Blink.
Oh, very nice.
Alright, that's going to be one dunk on the Rubik, and now the movement speed being granted here, going against different heaven. Afu runs back in, thinking about happening. Here comes Omni Slash. That's going to get one quick kill. Is that it? I don't know whose creep is cool. Another two-man call, a dunk. And now I do believe he's going to stun himself. No, he actually did pop off a stun, but Kinetic Field is going to keep him trapped. He's going to try to walk away. One more. And that's going to get the kill. Meanwhile, Sapo in the backline trying to get the Afu kill. They do get the Afu kill, but Roshan has already gone down. Ben dropping extremely low. Pops a Mango is DBB trying to get the kill on Ben, but they're not going to be able to pick it up here, and he's going to go down to the right kick of Nana. And now Meepo joins the fight in the mid lane, pushes the tower in, gets the Aegis. I think that might have been a GG fight. Not going to lie, that was a 4 for 2 and they lost Roche.
I'm just kind of entertained by looking at these this creep battle.
Yeah, I don't even know
It's
who's
like-
creeps.
There's like creeps all over the place from Chen, and then Enchantress stealing them, and then
Chen stealing
Life
them.
Stealer eating them in
Yeah.
return.
Yeah. I wonder if Nana is gonna pick up a Helm of Dominator as well. Like, it's not a good item normally on Lifestealer, but you know, just overwhelm them in this game.
That bottom tower. Radiant's
you don't need that many creeps. That's just silly. You just need the aura, you need the attack speed, and you just keep pushing with it.
All right.
Oh man, the whole team is up here.
Oh, Ben actually
They're
missing a
baiting
call
him.
though. They see DBB.
They also missed a Disruptor ulti.
Okay, well, they are gonna get the kill. I think they might lose Ben as a result though. Berserker's call being stolen here, and Ben is walking in. Meanwhile, KLT doing a ton of damage, and now double kill from Satboy. Pretty decent, but here comes Ajit. It's gonna be an easy creep combo. That's gonna be 1 kill. Satboy walking to the right side, leading the creep wave away. Not so bad, and Nana's gonna just pop the rage. And with the Meepo here, they should be able to clean up the building very fast.
Honestly, that wasn't even so bad for next gen. I think like any kind of kill they can get, especially killing the axe there, is pretty worth it for them.
And Different Heaven didn't even need a fight there. Has Relic now?
Dire's
Oh, Relic Go at least. Needs to buy it.
difficulties.
So maybe just a little bit more time, man.
I'm still of the opinion that they're not really farming towards any great goal.
Uh-huh.
I think they need they definitely need to make some space on the map and take some engagements, like favorable ones. You can't just play passively and farm. I think it's like going to cause you to lose.
I would say that the fight that they had just now wasn't too bad.
Radiant's bottom
It definitely, yeah, it definitely.
Impale.
found
that's-
Nana.
Okay.
This is the
Liv.
start.
Where's the stun? There's a stun. Berserker's call is gonna come in from Bendo.
Oh, that call.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
they
big.
still-
Omni Slash flying around, but Nana's still alive throughout all of this. Here comes the Chen army. They don't have Hand of God, but the Meepo has arrived as well, and they will lose Different Heaven in this engagement. Oh my god. And the train just keeps on rolling. Ben hits another 2-3-man call in that team fight. Oh! Armatago messed up there.
The armlet toggle.
Yo, that was a little silly, not gonna lie. And
Well, I mean, technically he should have died there.
Yeah.
But Ben coming in the clutch, just calling the entire team. Damn, that was so unfortunate for next gen.
man, Ben is super good on this hero, like no joke.
doing so good.
Like the Slaughter and Axis, kind of the traditional offlaners of the last patch. He's got it on lockdown, man.
All right, another tier 1 goes down. Oh, Ben, he's eyeing this bottom lane. He wants to catch out this jug.
Yeah.
Scan misses.
Disruptor is in position. Or if Sapboy.
Oh, he's gonna run into him.
Sapboy, easiest Omni Slash. Where's the Storm? Oh, no Storm. Blink Call. That's going to lock him in the Storm, but that kinetic field is not that long, and he's going to be able to run out. A little bit of miscoordination. Here comes the Meepo. The net's going to get dodged, and now Sapboy runs through the trees with the space boots. Okay, I don't know about that juke. He's kind of in there now, and he's dead.
The 5-man gank got him. Space for his team. Space for his alchemist to farm.
Alchemist.
250 away from the Radiance.
Alright. Not so bad. Oh my god. That's a report on the Rubik, man. That was his Radiance right there. Alright, here we go. Push on the bottom lane.
Yeah, but I like this play from Warriors Gaming. They know that if they 5-man bottom, there's absolutely no way they're gonna try to defend that. So they're loaded up.
Oh,
This top
DBB.
push.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Nyx Assassin.
Rubik's been able to seal these Berserker's Call, but not sure if that's the one he wants. KLT's gonna TP bottom, but or KL7, excuse me. Nothing he could do there, and WG's just running the show.
Oh, bottom lane.
Okay.
Another jump on Jug.
Meeple's
Is he gonna die?
coming in.
Geostrike's only level 3.
Net! Oh, perfect net timing there. Omni Slash gonna fly out. Micro on the Ajit. Okay, they got the Aegis train. Can they actually kill him a second time? I don't think they can.
No, they have to run. And the Meepo domination continues. Blink Dagger and 2 Dragon Lances in 15 minutes.
Tower's hurting.
Curious to see what he buys next. I mean, I always see so many different builds from Meepo, but the only thing that always stands true is the double Dragon Lance.
Tower's
And the
in
blink.
bad shape.
I think he always goes.
Yeah, and the Blink.
And the EB, I think.
I think I watched Team Onyx play today, and Abed was playing Meepo.
Yeah,
He
I
went
heard-
for Scepter.
Last top
Oh, did he? I heard
Yeah.
that he went for double EB, double diffusal blade or something.
Oh, that Blink call. Another one goes down.
You know what I like about
Fuck.
Meepo games? They are super
Yeah.
fast.
I mean, you say that, but last time it was a 40-minute game.
I mean, they have
And,
Magnus
and,
Nick
and,
on
and,
that
and
game.
this was exactly the kind of start that they had as well.
Yeah, I don't know if the next gen has that kind of team fight though. One thing you were mentioning
That's
during
true.
the
There's-
draft is they don't have any
there's
counter
no-
push.
Yeah, there's no Pit Lord this time.
Yeah,
Radiant's
I mean, different heaven has a radiance. That's cool, I guess. Okay, he's kind of running it, scaring them away. Tower could be denied now. That's pretty good.
Oh, they know.
Radiant's mid tower.
They know there's a Nyx in the background, I think.
Wards are being dewarded.
Alright, it's time for them shrines.
Uh-oh. Juggernaut. Juggernaut's about to get it. Okay, he does spin away, trying to pour it out, and the right clicks will be enough.
close!
Ooh.
The die is
Oh! They sniped the courier, but at the cost of his own life.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's
Nyx
actually
dies
worth
again.
for the Knicks.
I think it's actually worth it too.
Yeah. Do you think if Ajit timed his poof timing a little bit better, he would have been able to land some poof? Like it seemed like if he landed one poof, he would have been able to get the kill.
It's really close.
Yeah.
If he hit him with one poop, then probably. Actually, I think he had enough life. He would need 2 of them to hit.
Okay. It looked pretty close there. But regardless, right now, WG will be able to take down all the buildings. Nana, a little bit away here from the Deso. I don't know what was on the courier. Maybe part of the Deso was on there. So the lane dive is going to be good.
Oh, they want to defend this top lane. They're waiting for Nana to get his infest, and they're just going to TP Ben in. Here we go. Oh, that timing.
Yo, Sad Boy's going to get called here. Wait, there you go. He canceled the first call, but now the second call. They have net, and I don't know if he's making out of this one. There you go.
I like this kind of style from Warriors Gaming, just really giving them no chance of coming back,
Yeah.
defending all their towers.
I think I like the previous defend much more. The one where they were pushing the tier 2 bottom.
And they were prepared for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was really, like, not as obvious.
Yeah.
I think this one, it should have been something that you could have avoided.
Oh,
But they're kind of desperate too. Oh,
Meepo.
Meepo gets caught out.
Man of God gets committed, but not going to be enough. And that's going to be a big streak kill going towards Different Heaven, who's currently got a Yasha, and he is working towards a Manta. Alright, at what stage would you say like the high ground becomes difficult for WG to approach? Like, give me some items.
I would say if NextGen is able... Oh, they kill off Nyx again. I would say if Nyx ever is able to finish his Scepter,
Yeah.
that's one of the major ones.
And then maybe
and-
Octarine on Alk? Would you say that's a big one? Or
I don't think Octarine is that important. I think he almost has his Manta, and I think Manta is actually a pretty big deal as well. But
okay.
actually, no, I don't, actually, Manta is not a big deal at all. He's not tanky enough. His illusions will die instantly. You can't turtle with that. He would need Octarine, Manta, and maybe Shiva's in order for him to be strong enough. to do something.
That's why I said Octarine, because A, it makes your illusion tanker, and B, you can spam your Manta as well as your Acid a bit more.
Yeah.
So it just makes high ground a little bit more annoying.
And I think Jug needs Mjolnir or something. There's not enough AoE.
Well, one thing that Different Heaven's doing right now is he's chasing down the Chen army, so they're definitely doing a very good job keeping out all of the waves and delaying this push.
My thrift rewarded.
Well, Chen's got his mech as well. Ben has his Force Staff. Oh, I like this. Nana is picking up AC right away.
Okay.
And I think this is really important. Oh, top X Nova. It's gonna get caught up by the Nyx. He's gonna go down. He's gonna.
Yeah. All right.
He actually would have lived. If,
Oh, but here comes Ajit, man. Different Heaven just got the entire squad going on him. The movement speed's gonna give him a little bit more chase, but it looks like both the Rubik as well as the Nyx is gonna get out. And Nyx has a finish Midas. He's been utilizing that pretty well. It's gonna go back for Arcane. That axe might not be too far off, honestly.
It is very far off.
I mean, look.
If you go for the energy booster now, it means you're gonna have to start from 0 again. So he's.
I don't think
pretty
he should
much
go. I don't think he should go for an energy booster. I think he goes for a point booster here and go from there.
I think so too.
But my point is, like, if the pacing of the game goes at the same pace as last maybe 5 to 10 minutes, he's gonna make it there. Because the last 5 to 10 minutes, I don't think NextGen has done too much of anything. Well, apart from the Roche that you just got, but you know.
Oh, they found Next Nova again.
Yo, the 2 in this game.
Kill him. Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you try to TP out there, but here comes the 2-man call. Oh my god, Ajit is here as well, and that's...
They need to stop killing off this Chen. Every time they kill the Chen, they pay, like, dearly for it.
Yeah. That was Shrine Dota is best. Nana is going to find
different
different
heaven.
heaven. Does he have Manta? He's on cooldown, so... Okay, it looks like the Force Staff is going to be fine. Okay, Rubik has a Force Staff. But I don't think WG cares. They're going to just go high ground. 30 seconds without Nyx.
Yeah, and Chen is already alive.
Wait, why is no one pushing?
Radiant's couriers are gone.
Oh, I heard it down.
And the courier. Yeah, Axe saw the courier with the ward.
Oh, I
He
think
just
that's
blinks over
Manta.
and dunks it.
That's 2100. That's the ultimate orb on different heaven.
Oh, no, he already has the Manta. It's something else.
Oh, right. Well, is it the Manta for Jug?
It was Manta for Juggernaut's Manta.
Right, okay.
Sorry, it was the ultimate orb for Juggernaut's Manta. Alright. Where's X Nova? He needs to get here. It looks like they're not going to group up just yet. They want to push in all the lanes first.
Okay. I mean, this also gives Meeple more opportunity to get picks. So.
I don't even know if NextGen are going to give him the opportunity. They're in the kind of position where they can't really do that except for stay together inside the base.
Blink
They're
call,
jumping on the Alchemist. This is really bad.
There's a defensive Force Staff, but the Meeple's going to come in, not hitting too much of anything. He's into the trees right now. Different Heaven's going to get rooted. Does get off a pretty good stun, but he's just surrounded from all sides. KL7 trying to get off the Algae kill, but I mean, look at the hits. They're doing so much damage. Okay, they do kill the Aegis on the back line. Neo on the right side, Sapboy being found. Nice glimpse back. Okay, they spins away the glimpse. I'm surprised they're actually chasing him. Blink, getting a vision. Where's the Blink called? Ben. How does
It was
Blink
on cooldown.
DBB, kind of tracking behind. I'm surprised that there is no sentry or whatsoever, but here comes the Meeple. Buyback here from Alchemist. This is kind of the last whole Impale that's going to hit on a pretty decent chunk of armies. Oh, Meeple gets stunned up here. Different Evan right clicking. He doesn't have his ultimate just yet. And looks like the Rubik's going to get found at a shrine, keeping him alive. Okay, he's okay. The Rax, though, not so much. And everyone is now retreating from WG. Can they actually get anybody? Long
They
range
can just
stun?
turn if they wanted to.
Yeah.
If they walk outside of their base, they can easily turn.
Ben's Radiance. Or Ben's getting his Blink getting cancelled by the Radiance. Are they gonna turn back for the range racks or?
No. Go to a different lane. Why would you need to turn back? You got the main objective.
Okay. Uh-oh. Ben getting found, but meanwhile it's Nana finding him. Okay, nice net, slowing down Nana. Now there's, like you said, creeps everywhere. Man, KL7's actually doing a lot of work, but here comes Ajit, man. Every time Ajit goes in the fight, it's just blink poof on the whole team. Ben looking for easy tunks. Ben taking a ton
don't
of
let Ben
damage.
die.
Ben is dead. But a triple kill from Meeple. KL7's gonna try to TP out, but the last tick of the poof is gonna get him. And I think that might have just been Midrax.
Meepo is sitting on close to 5,000 gold. He needs to buy those E-blades.
Oh, he's got a Manta. Interesting.
Oh, look at that building damage from Meepo.
Yeah. I'm actually curious to see what the grand total number is. Alright, Lifester got force-stabbed into the pit, but...
Yeah, he's got that deso. They're going for the objectives.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be Vegas. Look at these buildings.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, alright, we call GG. That's Meeple lineup for you, like you said, fast games, 25 minutes. Actually, for 25 minutes it was a little bit longer than I thought.
Because
based
of
on
the...
how the game was going.
I mean, the Radiant did a good job, like, split pushing everything out with Alchemist and everything, but... It was just him. Like, there was really nobody else.
Yeah, they had to try to do something. Like they're not going to be able to hold a high ground defense against this kind of lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Meeple could just walk in and do enough damage to take a structure off of every Aegis, and you just wait for the next Aegis if you really wanted to play it safe.
Yeah. I gotta say, MVP for me is definitely Ben. Was able to... I mean, there was a lot of times where his teammates were in trouble, and then he just turns the whole fight around by getting a 2 to 3 man call. And that engagement bottom,
definitely.
where they went on Ben, they're like, oh, easy kill. And then Hand of God came down, I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
That was a pretty good Axe game.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't just credit Ben for it, though. I think Xnova made it really easy for him.
True.
Rotating to the bottom lane after he got level 4 or something like that, and they just shoved the tower in, and Ben had all the space in the world to farm up the early Blink Dagger, and then he really put it to use.
Yep. Alright guys, that's game 1 in the books here. WG looking to clean out the series 2-0 in the next game. NextGen, of course, need to fight to survive. We'll see if they are able to do so. We're going to take a short break, and game 2 is coming up next.